on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Faking the give, now Watson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
First play, Watson to the air.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, this is intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And again, it's Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Out of the gun, Watson. And this one is incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On 4th down, Watson. He sets to fire deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Sly able to put this one through. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Browns drive about to get started. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Watson now to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's going to take another shot here. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far, and that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away. They can't make a few drives of their own.
And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Ready. Fight 60. Shot 17. Set cut.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Double 38. Long 10.
Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Check Fury.
On 3rd and 1, Love to throw. Looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers, to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
They're swooping. They begin this drive with Chubb, and he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, 31!
Now Watson. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And there, the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
Well, what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction, and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
Sly set to boot it. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's going to go out of bounds on the return. He won't even get this thing back to the 10-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Felton. And he's got room. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Alert! Alert! Alert!
2nd down, here's Chubb again. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Felton. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. Here we go on 4th. Watson. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Up the middle they go. Felton. And some room to work.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Felton. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Off of play action, it's Watson. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
York able to send this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground.
Ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
He'll take this to the 46. The Steelers at 12-4 now on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Fight, 97. Smash, smash. Ready?
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And some room to run now. And he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line. 99 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On first down, Felton. And he'll manage to pick up about 4, second down. On second down, Felton again. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Play fake, and it's Watson. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout, and they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. York able to send this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Taken from about the 12.
Let's go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing.
Ready.
If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
On second and 15 now. Love. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. On 3rd down, Felton. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
Chubb is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And credit Chris Barnes rushing in there and hitting him for a loss.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Hey, go Fury.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Love. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Ultra.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one, not to have another turnover on his ledger.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Returnable for Grant. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Felton, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They give the Chubb out of the gun. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Up the middle they go. Felton. And they do get
get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. Here's Watson throwing on 4th down. And that is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the second half at FedEx Field now. Washington has scored yet again. They've really opened that one up. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 101 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Come on,
the lone second remains now in this third quarter.
Ready?
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the... The Steelers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They can use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7.
Steal! Check steal! Ready?
Now Love. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. To me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Here we go.
Extend it. Have some fun.
White. Hey, check mega.
On 4th down, Love. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Browns drive about to get started. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff up the middle. Felton. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. On 1st down, Felton. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Alert! 29!
Up the middle, it's Chubb. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
54! That's 59!
Up the middle they go. Felton, and they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19.
55! 54!
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Right? Ready?
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
113 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On the double.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ultra. Go ultra. Right.
Here's Love. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
Ready.
So the big
Ready.
play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Strike. Check. Strike. Set.
That one looks like he'll throw it here. He's going to try and go deep again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, these two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there. So they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. Love.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On 3rd down, Love. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
Got it. Fury. Yellow. Flight blue. Check smash. Check up.
Love to throw for it on 4th. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this Browns defense stands tall. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Watson on play action. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Yeah, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Hey, go steal. Steal, black.
Following the interception, Love. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
After the sack on first down, Love. Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jerry Judy. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Steelers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson under pressure, and down he goes. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
Hey, 31!
One last throw here for Watson. this, another interception. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon.
And the Steelers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the status